is it. North Bingay Lake. This is the farthest in the woods that you can get in Nova Scotia. I guess if you go any further in any direction, you're heading out of the woods rather than in. I might be needing to get the rain gear out soon. Looking kind of dark. Day one, paddle in the rain. Why not? I don't think I've ever paddled down this lake that I didn't battle a headwind the whole way. And I don't think today's going to be any different. What can you do? Well, it's a headwind, but certainly not the worst one I've ever had to fight. Nasty. I'm looking forward to getting off this lake. Oh man. Whew. Little sheltered cove for a quick break before I keep going. Home sweet home for the night. It was a long day. I'm glad I got here. Yeah. Time to get a fire going. Consult the map after. Yeah. All right, let's get settled in before it gets dark. Yeah, there's water. It's a long day. Just probably less than an hour before dark. I would normally would never travel so long or wait till late in the day to set up camp, but since I knew I didn't need to actually make a camp, set up a hammock and a tarp and stuff, I went for it, and I'm glad I made it. So now it's time to get that wood stove going and get some supper on the go. I'll be back in a bit. Got stuff to do. Getting nice and cozy in here. I decided to get nice this evening too, after raining most of the day. Supper courtesy of my wife as usual. Thanks, babe. Dehydrated Thanksgiving dinner, this one's called. It actually kind of tastes like a Thanksgiving dinner. That was a pretty good day. I wanted to leave from Eelweir, but the road's closed up here. So I had to leave from Mary McKedge, cross the lake, do that great big hardwood carry, short hop, another little carry. Then my buddy, Pasco-esque Lake, that great big slog through the headwind, and a couple little short carries, and I'm right here. And then tomorrow, down the Shelburne River to Irving Lake, and we head south. In terms of distance, that should be my biggest day. I don't plan on having to go that far in one day again for the rest of the trip. But I'm glad I made it here. Got a cozy cabin for the night, and I'm well on schedule. Some interesting entries in the cabin log. I was washing dishes from supper earlier, and there's a pretty good sized pickerel right close to the shore watching me wash my dishes. It was only a few years ago I remember that there wasn't any such thing as pickerel in Kitchie, but there is now. Well, it won't be lonely tonight. The resident mouse has made his appearance here a few minutes ago. I tried to get him on camera, but he scurried away. But I guess that means I gotta make sure I put all my food somewhere where he can't get at it. That's why they call it Mason's cabin, you know, because Mason the mouse. I think every time I've ever come here, there's always a mouse that runs around in the night. Well, I think it's just about bedtime. It's 9:45. It was a full day. All right, I'll check in with you in the morning. Night. Well, it's nice and sunny this morning. Sounds a bit breezy, but I think the wind's coming out of the northwest. Should give me either a tailwind or maybe even a lee shore for most of where I'm going today, so shouldn't really be a problem. But it's nice to see the sun, not get rained on. Time for breakfast. I promised myself there would be no rushing on this trip. Usually I'm in such a rush to get going in the morning, gotta pack up, gotta get going, but I'm not doing that. I got like 9 days of supplies. I'm hoping to be done in 5 or 6. So I'm gonna sit and enjoy my coffee, look at my maps. No rush. Just
enjoy it.
So long, Cozy Mason's cabin. On to the Toby attic. Be real camping from here on in. Wind's slacking out a little bit. Don't think it's going to be a problem today anyway. I haven't stayed at this campsite in a long time. I don't think anyone else has recently either. had considered staying here tonight, but I think I might push on to Junction Lake. We don't need to start the day with the portage tomorrow. Yeah, let's go for it. One more time today. I'm all settled in for the night here on Junction Lake. Still quite windy, but I'm fairly protected from the wind where I'm at, so I think it's a pretty good spot to spend the night. It's getting about time to spend the night, or get ready for the night anyway. What time is it? 25 after 6. Another hour and a half, 2 hours or so daylight, I guess. So time to get supper on the go, maybe a campfire, and then relax. It's a good day, covered a lot of ground. Very peaceful out here. That's the whole point of this trip, really, is just to get away, go somewhere quiet. The world's gone crazy. Good to push the reset button once in a while. As much as it's nice to get away, it still kind of makes you think a bit being out here about what's important. Thinking about my wife a lot. Makes you think what's important. Having some open time. It's nice now. Wind's gone completely. I'm sure I'll be back tomorrow. But it's gone for now. I didn't check the weather on my inReach. I don't know if it's supposed to be windy or rain. It doesn't look like rain. I didn't bother with a secondary tarp. If it rains, I got the hammock tarp. I'll get by with that. I was kind of surprised. The portages between Irving Lake and here they're all pretty good, easy to follow, except for one. Like that last one into House Lake was a little bit overgrown, but I don't know if I'd call it that difficult, just a little more overgrown than the others. A few downfalls, windfalls in most of them, but for the most part they were pretty easy to just step over, and there's obviously been people through because some of them have been kind of hacked and sawed up, make it easier to pass through. So also saw some footprints on the that last portage from House Lake here into Junction. There was some footprints, people prints that is, that I wouldn't say they were yesterday, but they weren't that old, probably in the last week or so anyway. That's the only sign of people that I saw today, was some axe and saw marks on the portage trails and a couple footprints. Other than that, nobody but me out here, as far as I know. Well, it'll be bedtime soon, or crawl in the hammock and read anyway. Good morning. Got frosty last night, like real frosty. Everything, my shoes were frozen, my water bottle was frozen. It obviously went a couple degrees below zero. Not that I noticed. I was warm as can be. New underquilt for the win. Got a new underquilt in the winter. It's first time using it. It's a -9 down underquilt. Beautiful. I brought a fleece liner for my sleeping bag. Normally I would have had to use it for a night like that, but didn't even need it. Warm as can be, even without it. What a great piece of gear. Weighs nothing. And it's windy again, but at least it's sunny. And wind looks like it's out of the west, so shouldn't cause me too much grief. It's about 9. I guess I should be in a bit more of a hurry to get moving, but I'm gonna soak up the sun like a lizard and enjoy my coffee. Just take things slow. Enjoy a little bit of camp life. Gotta have bacon in the woods. Start the day off right. Again today, but I've actually got a tailwind for the direction I'm going, so I guess I won't complain too much, at least not yet. I'm going to switch directions here in a little bit, but for now it's nice. It's a decent campsite right there. I wasn't aware it was there. If I'd have known about it, I might have tried to push for there and stayed there last night. Oh well, I'll know for next time. There's even some firewood that somebody left behind. I'd say somebody stayed there not too long ago. Could be the footprints I've been following the last little bit of yesterday. This is my fork in the road. Over to the right is Bingay Stream, which heads deeper into the woods towards North Bingay Lake. And to the left is down the roadway, a day or two's travel to my ending point where I'm going to get picked up in Indian fields. Well, let's be bold. Right it is. Portages are getting rough. Ooh. That one should have been quick. It took quite a while. Find it and follow. Oh, man. final stretch, this bog that I'm in. Paddle this bog for a little while, then I got a little 300 or 350 whatever portage, and then I'm at North Bingay Lake, which is the destination for the trip. I've never been here before. Four o'clock. Should get there in plenty of time to make camp. It's supposed to be a really good campsite on the lake. Missed the beaver. Been seeing lots of dams along this dead water, and a lodge back there a minute ago. Figured I'd be running into them sooner or later. This is it. North Bingay Lake. This is the farthest in the woods that you can get in Nova Scotia. Apparently, according to what I've read anyway. I guess if you go any further in any direction, you're heading out of the woods rather than in. It's been a goal of mine for years to just get here. Here I am. It was a long day. It was a long day to get here. Some really nice country, but it was a lot of work to get here. Great campsite. I'm going to show you around. Not a whole lot for wood around here, but I think I'll be able to have a little campfire anyway. Still windy. I had been considering just hanging out here, spending another night at this campsite, which I certainly could do, but I've decided I'm going to move on. I'm not going to be in a rush to do it though. I'm going to take my time today. I mean, I got a few things working for me. I know the portages, I know where they are and how to follow them. There was several sections of moving water I had to line up yesterday that I'll just paddle down, so I'll be able to save time. Plus I found a few places along the way between here and Junction Lake that I could make camp. I don't expect I'll make it to the foot of Junction Lake today. I mean, if I did, that'll be great, but I don't expect I'll get that far. It's day 4. I told everybody, my wife and my parents, I told them I was hoping to make it in 7 days or less. So if I want to make it for 7, I should move today, at least a ways. Because from foot of Junction Lake to my takeout is, I don't know if I can do that in 1 day or not. That's a full day anyway. So I'll move today, but before I leave, the big island just off my campsite here is supposedly one of the oldest stands of climax softwood forest in the province. So there's no way I'm leaving this lake without taking a little look around, exploring out a little bit. This is the island of old growth forest on the lake. This is apparently what most of the forests in Nova Scotia looked like before the European settlers came in and started logging and cutting down the trees. What a pleasant morning to paddle. Barely a breeze, sun's out, it's warm. Loving it. It's perfect conditions right now. There's not a breath of wind, like nothing. This is awesome. Couldn't be better. Surely I can do better than that. Very cool spot. Really neat. Well, I've made it back to the foot of Junction Lake, that little campsite that I saw yesterday morning. It's gonna be home for tonight. That fire is recent. Someone's been here not long ago. I've never stayed here. It's not a bad site, really. You could fit 2 or 3 tents here. But yeah, that's a wrap for today. Started at North Bingay Lake this morning, and I wasn't in a hurry either. Had a late start, explored that island, and then came down through. It's only like the 2nd or 3rd tick I found this trip. Well, I'm gonna get set up, and then I'm gonna enjoy the evening. We've got 3.5 hours of daylight left. Campfire, something to eat. Gonna have a nice relaxing evening. This was such a great day. There's a lot of portaging. I don't know, I'm 7, 8, I don't know. I'll count later. But aside from some hard portages, the weather's perfect. You couldn't ask for better in late April. There's no bugs, a couple ticks, but no black flies, no mosquitoes. I don't know how warm it was today, but I was almost too warm wearing that paddle jacket. There's barely a breath of wind. Wind was not a problem at all. Zero issue. Still nice. It's still only the faintest breeze. This is a great little spot for camp. It's a great day in the woods. Couldn't be happier. And I'm glad I stopped here. I had kind of considered keep going a little bit down towards Roseway Lake. I forget the name of the next one. Is it Grass Lake? Half Moon? I forget. I don't have the map in front of me. I know there's places to camp not far from here, but I don't know if they're any good or not. And this is great. So I'm glad I stopped here. Fair chance I'll be out tomorrow. I know I could stay. I could stay longer. I could stay. I got like supplies for like 8 days, I think, 8 or 9. But I kind of wanted to do a trip, a little 2-3 days out with my wife after this trip by myself. So I'll probably try to get out tomorrow, get back home and resupply myself and get ready to go spend some time out with the wife. That'll be nice. With any luck, we'd get the same kind of weather that I've had like today. Oh my God, that's good. It's dehydrated mac and cheese with bacon that my wife made. Oh, man, that's good. Good job, babe. It's better than that store-bought crap. Oh, that's good. I never did show you the inside of my sleeping arrangements. It's pretty cozy in here. Got my reading light, my pillow. Yeah, I brought a pillow because I'm getting old and I like my little comforts like that. But yeah, it's where I end every day. You can sit and read, or lay and read, I should say. And actually really comfortable. When you get this thing set up just right, it's such a comfortable sleep. It's like more comfortable than a tent. It wasn't at first, like when I first started doing that hammock camping, but now there's like no going back. It's so comfy. God, I better get up. I'm going to fall asleep. It's too early. Dude, you forgot your shoe. Yes, dude. Because a woman wouldn't leave her stuff lying around and forget it in the woods. Would they, ladies? This should be a great fishing spot. But not a bite so far. Passed by so many places on this trip that looks like they should be great fishing spots, but I've been so busy just trying to explore and cover ground. This is the first time I took the fishing rod out. Of course, I suppose now it's nothing but pickerel in here anyway. Once upon a time, I imagine this was full of trout. And there's probably still the odd one around. Well, that's in a slightly inconvenient place. Lots of really big rocks along the way. Erratics, they call them. It's from glacier activities from the last ice age. It's kind of neat. I've seen quite a few of them along the way. hoping the wind stays light the last leg of the trip, these last couple hours. It's really scenic through here, all these little lakes that I'm gonna hop down and do a little bit of river running. I'd really like to be able to just kind of really enjoy the paddle the last few hours of the trip and not fight a headwind, but I mean, it looks pretty good so far. Only a light breeze. Oh, balloon.